Okay, back with you on the Bronx Buzz, and thanks so much to Alex Zimmerman. It's so important that he provides us some insight into the public schools. Right now, we're going to go to one of my longest friends in the Bronx, Bob Kappstatter. People know him as a former Daily News editor, a media consultant, political consultant. Now he's a photojournalist. Nice to see you, Cappy.
Gary, always good to see you.
It's a pleasure. I when you told me that you were going to be going on a tour of Amazon, I thought it was like you were going to see how they make the packages and they send all of them out. But you really went to the Amazon,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a fascinating idea. Now, why did you do that?
Well, there's an annual travel show in Manhattan, and I went there and I saw a bunch of people involved with Brazil and the Amazon, and I struck up conversations. And I said, you know what? Um, I'm a contributing writer at a Slick magazine, and I'd
And the
like
name the
to
name of the magazine is
yeah. Oh, New York Lifestyles magazine. You can
okay.
find it online, and and that was the start of it. And
How many days did you spend? And now this was in Brazil, right?
in Brazil, yeah, I was there for 7 days.
Hmm.
I did a day or so at a eco lodge in the rainforest, and then I grabbed a launch out to the small ship that was already underway up the Rio Negro River and got on there, and we did 4 days and nights of
Wow.
that, exploring the interior.
Well, so we the whole idea is pictures. Let's start with pictures. So the first one
Great.
is of this ship. It's called the
This is
Tucano.
the motor yacht Tucano,
Tucano. All
named
right,
after the bird, the toucan.
Anderson. Let's put that up there and let's take a look. So this is the Tucano. You were on this boat for 4 days.
Four days up the Rio Negro River, which is not the Amazon River, that's further down south, into the rainforest area. Half the season is rain all the time. The forest gets flooded, and we were able to take a small launch to get really in up the streams. And
And the accommodations living there for 4 days.
oh,
I
great!
mean,
Just find simple
really,
accommodations,
not some
good
good
food.
food.
There was a Portuguese grandma in the
Oh,
small
that's good.
kitchen on the ship. So,
That's good.
and obviously a lot of great tropical fruit
Wow, I'm sure.
and
That's where
fish, local fish, man.
That's where
Different
you'd want
kinds.
to go. All right. So then the
Oh,
next picture was taken, and it's kind of an artsy kind of thing. It was taken from the front of the
this
boat.
is on the bow of the ship. Just the Rio Negro and the Amazon itself is just mind blowing. It's
Mhm.
just this vast expanse.
And so you were on this ship, and then it kept going straight through. I think you had told me they dropped anchor and they just kind of stopped, and you
Yeah.
got
We
like a
drop
ramp to
anchor,
get
we
off.
get on board the launches. We do a
Wow,
early morning launch, then an afternoon launch, and then we take an evening launch
wow.
again into the deep
About how many
forest.
people? I guess on this in this next picture, we can take a look at like a little a boat of some kind that
Yeah, these are the
you.
launches we got into deep
Yeah,
in
Anderson, let's put that up.
the
There you
rainforest.
go.
There we go.
And so these are the people who are on the tour with you.
All right, and that's our guide Osman, who is a local Indian, who said just amazing. He could spot monkeys and birds in the trees. You'd need binoculars to find.
Wow.
But as he said, I learned to fish and hunt and survive with my tribe.
So
So
then, and keep going, Anderson. We got pictures. Now here
and
he is
yeah,
doing
here's
what?
Osmar setting a snare trap for animals, just showing us. He didn't
No, no, a snare trap to try and
catch
to
small animals.
catch them to eat them,
To eat
or
them, yeah,
wow,
meant to
for
eat them.
food. Well, I mean, they catch them for food, I guess
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow. And did you get to eat any of the animals that were caught there?
Well, the fish. We,
Oh, the fish.
obviously
That's
a lot of
fair.
local
Okay.
different kinds of fish.
Fair enough.
No monkey meat. No
Uh,
monkey meat. No,
and so
no.
this next photo, I love this next photo is him picking up. I guess it's a
Oh, this
frog.
was yeah.
They're crawling all over the place, right?
This was one of the night cruises where Osmar shined a strong light to catch the reflection of the animal's eyes, and we saw monkeys and some birds, and obviously this tree toad.
Did
One of
you
the
feel?
gals
Did
on the
you?
launch, we told her, kiss the frog. Let's see what happens. Maybe
Let's
we'll
see if it turns into a prince. Were you fearful at all? Were there animals in there that they said you're going to be careful?
When we did a hike into the forest, we had to wrap our lower legs with these leather gaiters, just
Really?
in case of snake bites. And Osmar always
Ah,
said, when you walk, look down, watch for the snakes. So,
wow. So that
okay,
was
a little
all
bit of
right. We
adventure.
did that. Let's keep going. I like these pictures where folks are going to enjoy. This was
Okay,
maybe my favorite
yeah,
picture.
there you go. This is
Which
at a
one's the
monkey
monkey?
refuge.
Which one's the monkey?
Uh, this is my great 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 grandpa on the right.
Yes, I guess that's what it is. Other than just kind of playing with it, did you interact? Did you
No, you
hold
feed.
them?
No, I was feeding them.
Wow.
These are animals that live in the refuge. They only feed them partially so that they'll forage for themselves, and they'll remain in the
What what
refuge.
an experience. I mean, this was why you went, right? To just
Yeah,
kind of
I just
get out of the urban jungle and
one
go.
more. Listen, it'd been a while since I traveled. So, man, I got to get out of town, man. I got to
And
have
where
some
did
more
you
adventures.
fly? Where did you fly? You flew into Brazil somewhere?
I flew into this city in the middle of the Amazon, 2.3 million people. You'll see
Wow.
the photos coming up
All
when we
right,
get
let's
to it.
go. Keep them going. Keep them
Here we go.
coming. Now, who
Oh,
is
this is
this?
this is my little Eloise. She is a caboclo, which is Portuguese for copper colored. These are mostly river residents who are a combination of Indian and European heritage that live along the rivers. And just a cute little kid. I had to take a
And
portrait.
what was the context where you met her? Like,
You know,
how did that happen?
we had stopped at their place where I think her brother. That's a turtle protection place. They raise the baby turtles so they don't get eaten. They're a protected
Wow,
species. And then we did a swim. We did a swim in the
wow!
river.
You swam in the river.
No piranhas nibbling
I
at our
was going to
clothes.
ask again. I'm just a
Although we
squeamish
did go
Bronx.
piranha fishing.
Really?
So yeah,
Did you get any?
I didn't catch any. Couple of other people in the boat caught a couple. So
I guess aren't they fortunate?
there you
Uh, all right, keep going. Let's see more
go. All right.
pictures. There's more to see.
Okay, this is in the city of Manaus, and there was a great rubber boom at the turn of the in the late 1800s, and the rubber barons built this opera house in the middle of the Amazon,
Look how gorgeous.
importing all the material from Europe and bringing opera singer Caruso and other opera singers into the middle of the jungle to perform. There's a movie called Fritz Caraldo, which is all
Okay.
about it. If you ever want to take a
And
look.
I guess you found a married couple there. That
And
was
there I was looking for photos of the opera house, and there was this
there you
couple
go. That
posing
worked
for their
perfect.
wedding photos.
All
How
right.
could you not take photos?
You did. And well, that's what you were there for.
It
All right,
was a gift. It was a
let,
photo gift.
let's
So,
see the next.
all right.
This I
Okay.
happen to love this as a photograph. I think it's
Yeah,
just a great
I love this
photograph.
one too. I stood there and waited for 20 minutes, just waiting for someone good to fill that frame. And along comes this woman with this color umbrella. I mean, I couldn't be happier with an opportunity to take.
And where this is homes? People live there. I mean, what street is
You
that?
know what? I'm not sure. Some of it's mixed homes, and there were some restaurants along there. This is
Mhm.
off of a plaza near the Opera House.
We saw that camera around your neck. You didn't do it with you were really a
No, this was
photojournalist.
camera. This was
You did
camera.
it for real.
Although I do a lot of shots with my cell phone. I've got a very good quality cell phone that makes
And it
amazing
worked.
photos. So
All right, let's see what the next
yeah,
one is.
moving on.
Hmm.
This is on the waterfront in Manaus. There's blocks of these piers with all these old wooden ships that ply the Amazon and the Rio Negro up and down, bringing goods and produce. Passengers sleep on hammocks hung in the boats.
Are
It's
they using this to feed local
Yeah,
feed,
yeah, to
or
get
are
back
they
and forth.
doing it to
These
sell?
small little places along the rivers.
And do they sell them, like export them, or is it
Well,
really they're
it's
just
all
feeding
local.
themselves? It's all
That's
local.
it's all local along the Amazon area,
And
along the
I'm going
big
to
rivers.
assume that the food is as fresh as can be.
Well, yeah, of course, very green
Very
bananas.
green bananas.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
keep it going.
All
We're going to
right,
get
what
to
do we
all of
got
them. Where are
coming
we
up
at?
next here? Come
Let's
on,
see.
click.
Oh, here we go.
Everything goes on these boats. I love this shot. I just saw this guy walking, and I chased after him.
And so presumably to be installed on a boat?
Somewhere on a house or a shack or somewhere. Indoor plumbing finally coming to the Amazon somewhere.
Well, I mean, there are about 1,000 jokes you could make with that.
There you go. All right.
Toilet head. I mean, you
And you
could
can
go there.
make them. I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm the host of the show, so
So,
all right,
well, there you
all
go.
right. But that is
One more.
a
I think we
funny
got one
picture.
more coming up.
Yeah, we got more. Here we go.
This is the last shot. Just a wonderful sunset. Again, along the Rio Negro, the vast Amazon. Just it just fills your heart to be there, and it becomes a part of your DNA when you come to places like this. That's one of the things I love traveling so much. It just expands who you are.
Let me ask you this: as somebody who, frankly, lives in Brooklyn and has
Yeah.
been in the Bronx, of course, all this time, and
Yeah,
is a New Yorker.
my borough.
When you go on a trip like that and you're out there and it's beautiful, do you actually notice a change in the air quality?
Yes.
Like you can breathe easier or it
Well,
feels fresher?
well, I mean, in some places like India, a little more difficult to breathe in the cities. But what I notice is I've got this olfactory gift. I can remember the smell of a place. I don't
Really?
know
Well,
why.
now, so
And
did,
don't ask me to describe them, but I can remember the
did,
smells of
did,
different
did,
places.
did the river smell like a dirty river,
No,
or
the
did
Rio Negro has a lot of soil in it, and it's like a tea because of the hot weather. It's like a tea from all the soil.
wow,
It's a dark river, and when you get down to Manaus, for about 3 or 4 miles, it flows next to the Amazon River side by side.
wow.
They don't separate for about three
Um,
miles.
Listen,
It's a wonderful
Cappy,
sight to see.
if you need a recommendation to go again somewhere so you can show us some stuff about the world, we would
Okay,
love it. Okay,
there
so
you go.
I'll say, hey,
You'll
send Cappy because we get the photos to show on
And
the
I'll
Bronx
send a
Buzz.
postcard, having an adventure time. There you go.
You also told me that you have photos of Bronx history and Bronx political history. I'm going to hold you
Oh,
to that. We're going to
I'm
do
going to
that.
put those together for
All
you.
right, that'll be
That's
nice. Listen,
okay.
our buddy Bob Kappstatter, a longtime personal friend and a professional friend and a friend of the borough of the Bronx. He's done so much work here for us. Thank you so much for this time this evening.
Thank you, Gary.
All
Always
right.
good to be here.
That will do it for us on the Bronx Buzz. We thank Alex and we thank Bob Kappstatter and we thank you. And you know what will happen? I say it all the time. We'll see you next week. Good night.